Welcome to JasonWhiskyWise. My name is Jason. Welcome back to my mini-series into Diageo's classic malts, where today we're going to be reviewing the Clynelish 14-year-old. And in the last episode, in the last video, we covered the Cragganmore 12, which I'll leave linked in the top corner. So, Clynelish 14, it's a very popular whiskey. And actually, I've got my poured here. I actually bought this as a 20cl as well. But when I opened it up, it kind of split from the cork. So that was kind of a mission impossible to get that done, but all you need to do is have a pair of teeth, provided it's not all the way inside the bottle, otherwise it's another complete story. But anyway, getting back to this whiskey. It's a 14-year-old whiskey bottled at 46%. The actual distillery itself is the Clynelish Distillery. They're owned by the parent company Diageo, and they are located in the Highlands of Scotland, a little north of Inverness. Now, the actual price point on a full-size bottle, well, actually not that one, a bigger one, is 45 to 46 pounds here in the UK, so it's actually quite an affordable whiskey, and it's not exclusive, as it's available globally and pretty much at almost all shops. I even saw that one in India when I was there. And it was such a good actual visit to the distillery. I picked up the distillery exclusive, which is a cask strength Clynelish 57.3. So as you can see, I've been sharing this out with a lot of people, and I probably need to send a few people this. And actually a few guys from my whiskey club want this bottle as well. So I'm going to have to go back and probably buy another few bottles of that. So without further ado, let's jump straight into the nose. So starting things out on the Clynelish, I just love the nose on the Clynelish. You get that straight away, that waxy character which is associated with Clynelish and Brora, and it's almost like a candle wax melting. You get faint essences on this one of a little bit of cedar wood, as if you've just been cutting or doing some wood shop, and then it develops into a citrusy character. It's almost like, it's like orange citrus oils. And then there's a little bit of stone fruits just hiding behind that, waiting to reveal itself after the citrus has made way. And for me, that's almost like an apricot jam. I'm getting that cedar wood character back in again. And it's almost interlinked now with the malty character just on the end of this nose. But that waxy character is just like gluing this all together. Really lovely nose. I can't wait. Let's get into the palate next. Slager. So overall arrival onto the palate for this one, I've got a big grin, I took a really big sip, but this one has got such a nice waxy profile. The entry on the palate, it coats everything and just gives you off such a nice chewy texture where you can really enjoy the whiskey. It does start with a slight coastal, almost like a briny character, which I found initially in this one a bit unusual, because I feel there's like different batches which I get certain styles. This one I'm getting a little bit more of a salty character, and I know the distillery is not too far from the coast. But instead of now getting orange on this one, it's more like almost like a lemon zest. A little bit of zing about it, a bit like the inside of the pith, adding a slight bitter character. And then you get this sweetness. And I wanted to say just, normal caramel, maybe a bit of toffee, but it's more to me like salted caramel with a little bit of those biscuity bits inside, where it just gives you that crunchy texture. And then it gives you a bit of this like vanilla. And it's like not a vanilla sort of, I want to say vanilla oak, but then it's creamy, and I don't want to say vanilla icing. I'm going to go with vanilla clotted cream. It's almost got like a texture where you just want to feel like you're biting into something, making it so much more enjoyable. And just on the end, just on the sides, tickling the edges of the palate, there's a little crackle of white pepper, adding a little spark of heat, but not too much, and making this so enjoyable. Let's get into the finish, and I'll finish up this little bit. Might go back for another one into the finish. So to conclude now on the finish for the Clynelish 14, I'm going to pop this down over here. Overall opinions on the finish, you get that almost like that orangey, sort of that citrus character. It's almost now sweetened out like a tangerine. And then you get this almost drying character of a leathery note, but it's all interlocked together with that waxy profile, which really holds quite well on this one and very enjoyable, leaving, I'd say, maybe a medium long finish. So time for my rating. And I'm going to give this one over here, I'm going to give this an 88 out of 100. And the reason behind that is I really just love this style of whiskey. It offers something that I find in a lot of closed distillery styles like St. Magdalen, Caol and Oban, where I get that nice waxy, chewy style. The only reason I'm not giving this one higher is because, firstly, one thing that I really saw in this one is I've tasted many different types of Clynelish 14, and I feel there is a batch variance going on here. Some I get which are really nice and waxy and chewy. Others, I get a little bit more briny and giving them more that salty coastal character. So for me, it just is like a throw of the cards or roll of the dice, so to speak, where sometimes you get that really perfect style of waxiness, some you don't. And overall, do I think this whiskey is worth it for around about £45? Definitely. It's one of those whiskeys I always say when I look at it or I look on the shelves, I'm always trying to look for it on an offer. If I can get it anything under 40, it's an instant buy like that. But even at 45, it's very good value for money. Doesn't need water, not really. I think it just subtracts from the actual texture. And will I give this one time? With a bit of time, we'll open the aromatic character on the nose, because sometimes it can be closed, but a little bit of time will just develop that further. So let me know your thoughts down below in the comment section. And also let me know if I should review this one very soon or should I leave it. So I'm going to leave it at that, guys. If you have enjoyed the video, feel free to drop it a thumbs up. Be sure to hit the subscribe button, which I'll leave over there. I'll leave some other videos on the screen. But this has been me, JasonWhiskyWise, Mr. Bananas, and we'll catch you for the next video. Slàinte.